Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Batstan channel. Today I thought we would talk about why do people collect things? What is the reason? So basically, the definition of a collection, from things that I've heard and read, is anything that is more than one is considered a collection. You may have glasses in your kitchen cabinets. That's a collection. Your home may be collecting dust. Joke. But that's to give you the general idea. What I mean is, why do people collect things that are whatever they are? For myself and many others, it is an escape from the real world that is so mean and cruel to people that you just want to run to happier, simpler times. My happier, simpler times were with toys, comic books, movies, cartoons, going and riding your bicycle, playing outside with us Gen X kids did, and kids today don't do so much. So, I'm going to talk about that. I, like I said, I enjoy those things. Toys remind me of my parents, my grandma, my partner in life, my friends. A lot of my surviving collection, which was just basically taken, stolen, destroyed through some pretty terrible circumstances. So I still have what I have, and it means a lot. But why? Is there an impulse to collect? Is it, I'll buy that and it'll make me happy? Yes and no. I somewhat already answered the question for me. But I think people collect things. Each item is a memory, a treasure, something they cherish of a time. I can look around my home and be like, oh, such and so got that for me. Oh, I remember when I got that. That I do collect for fun. Now, do I run out and buy, oh, there's something Star Wars, for instance. Do I run out and buy every single thing that has Star Wars on it to where it becomes hoarding? No. To where it becomes hoarding? No. I like to look at things that have the Star Wars on it, or things that are of the things that I'm interested in. But still, why do I collect? I don't know. For me personally, I get that warm, fuzzy feeling that, like I said, brings me back to simpler times. When I was a child, on Saturdays, which today is, you got up, you had your bowl of cereal. Now you saw the commercials on TV. Ooh, Trix. I always thought the Trix rabbit was going to talk to me. Lucky Charms, for instance. Lucky the Leprechaun, because they're magically delicious. Okay, where are these characters? Why aren't they talking to me? All I heard was from Rice Krispies. I didn't hear snap, crackle, and pop. Well, now my bones do that. That was cool, Beavis. But anyway, that's why. The cartoons would always have a toy attached to them, or a collectible. Movies such as Star Wars and many other things did. There was the cartoons, a lot of them were basically a commercial for toys for children. Did it draw us in? Yes, it did. I remember going to the mini toy stores, Toys R Us, KB Toys. Here's one you don't hear a lot that maybe a lot of you wouldn't know about. Circus World. It was sort of an in the mall, and I worked there with a good friend of mine in the 80s. You don't hear about it, but it was basically like a KB, but not. So, you see the cartoon. Since Masters of the Universe is talked about a lot now with the new movie coming out, what, you would see, here's a new version of He-Man. I've got to have it to add At the time, we didn't realize it was a collection. We just knew we had a bunch of toys. Now it's like I've got to get another He-Man variant to add to my collection. But still, what was the reason behind that? You either liked it or you didn't. There was G.I. Joe, there was Transformers, there were so many toy lines in the 70s, 80s, 60s, all way before. But what was it? With a lot of people that are older than me, even that I see in the toy aisles and stores, they're looking at Hot Wheels, they're looking at Barbie, they're looking at this. There was just a connection to their childhood. Now, Hot Wheels and Matchbox collectors collect because they like cars. There's something about that. Women and people that collect Barbie, there's something about it. There's something that drew them in. You know, for me, toys were an escape. You could be anything. Your He-Man, your Luke Skywalker, your Duke leading the G.I. Joe team into battle, your Optimus Prime fighting Megatron. And I'm going to go to a toy line that a lot of people laugh at, but I like. GoBots, your Leader One fighting Psykill. But it just took you away. There was imagination in it, creativity that you just don't see today. And there was that going over to a friend's house or his house or them coming over to your house. You got the new whatever toy it was. Yeah, my grandma, my mom, my dad got this for me. And there were some people that were jealous because you had a lot of toys. Everybody that I knew just bought me things that I liked over the years. Why do people collect comic books? For me, it taught me how to read. I first saw Spider-Man on Sesame Street. I saw cartoons in the late 60s, early 70s when I was little that just drew me in. I wanted that around me. It was a safe feeling. That's why I collect. I don't know why other people collect. Some people may not even realize they collect. There's sports cards collectors. They like a certain team. They want something of that. Then pretty soon they've got more than one. That's a collection. But still, there's that emotional attachment for a lot of people. Now, a lot of people don't collect pop culture things. They don't. They collect other things. But like I said, it's an escape. For me, it's a continuing in my 50s, a wonderful escape from the horror of the real world. That emotional attachment, that warm, fuzzy feeling. Now, say like people collect stuffed animals, which you don't see much of today. Teddy bears. You got a teddy bear for Christmas, your birthday, your mom gave you a teddy bear. My mom gave me a wish bear. Said wish on this bear and maybe it'll come true. But there's something that drew you in. Something that when you see it even now, you're like, oh, I remember when I had that, or oh, I want one of those. Now remember, people, always keep it within your budget. Don't go out and get things if you can't afford them and you're going to go without food, a home, car payment, phone bill, that type of thing. Don't. But I've met so many great people through collecting of the many things that I like. So for me, my personal reason why I collect, connection again. As you get older, you get disposable income. You can do a lot of things with it, but again, be, within your budget. What I don't get is people that make fun of people who do collect things, no matter what it is. Oh, that's stupid. Why would anybody want that? People just do. Whatever it may be. Now, I find myself, sports memorabilia and things like that, I don't understand it. My world is pop culture, collectibles. They like it because they do. There's a connection to it of some sort. Even think of this, family photos that you have in a photo album are a collection. You collect them for attachment, memories. That's why. So I'm going to say it's an emotional attachment is why people collect. Better times, happier things, takes them away from the stress of the real world. Like I said, that's why I do. So, what are some of my favorite things in pop culture that I collect? Star Trek things, Star Wars things, Doctor Who. Now, there's one that you don't hear about, Battlestar Galactica, Spider-Man, Marvel Comics characters, Batman, DC characters, 80s collectibles. Sometimes a new thing will catch my eye, video game collectibles, but there's always an emotional attachment to everything. You know, always. I think that if you want to collect things, go for it. Go out there and get them. If it makes you happy, do it. If you're not hurting anyone, fine. But if it gets out of control like it's hoarding, and I've had people, and these are some of the people that did take my things, which hurt. They just took them, which hurts. Sorry for that anger in my voice. But you don't need that. Okay, if it, always find a where you're going to display or keep your collectibles, whatever it is. I like to display them. Some people have amazing collections in display cabinets and protectors. Cool. I have some. But like I said, I collect science fiction collectibles, fantasy, anime, horror, little cute things, stuffed animals. I swore I wasn't going to get into those oh my lord, those Labubu things, but I did. I've got one little cute one. But then we go through what I call collectible phases, I guess you would call it, Beanie Babies. Here today, gone tomorrow. Pops seem to follow. But okay, why? Why did people collect those? An emotional attachment. Then we get to a collectible that is in collecting that kind of falls. It's dying, I guess. That's the restaurant, basically Happy Meal type toys. Why? Don't know, but there's still us collectors, correction, and kids that go out and love these things. Oh wow, it's coming out, and they have more than one. That's a collection. Even your clothes are a collection. Some people do collect clothes. They collect things, but there's always a connection to it. So, again, why do people collect things? It's because they enjoy them. People need enjoyment in life. People need a smile, a laugh, and just some good times, because times are hard now, my friends. They're very hard. So, if you collect things, you like things, good. Share them with people. If they don't have to get it, but if you get it and you meet other people that like what you collect and like what you like, that's cool. You can't have too many friends. But again, don't let anybody tell you that's stupid. Just be who you are. If you like it, you want to collect it, go for it. Don't have to like it. Your collection of your collectibles don't have to be just like mine. It can be your way. You don't have to have this huge, elaborate display and these protectors and lighting and all that. If you do, awesome, cool, great. But if you can only do it on a small scale, and which you can do it. But it's yours. You have a reason for why you collect. You have a reason for why you like the things you do. So, my friends, just go out there, be awesome, enjoy your toys, enjoy your collectibles, enjoy life, be awesome, do good things for people, always be kind. And I think collecting is great. For me, again, it's an escape. Better times, happier feelings. So go out there and collect, people. Enjoy your stuff. Enjoy it. If it puts a smile on your face, fine. People don't have to get it. I've been put down so many times for the things I like. Why do you like that? You shouldn't like that. You're too old for that. Don't listen, people. Just go out there and be you. Be who you are. So, this is my view on why people collect. I thank you for watching this. I thank you for listening. This is just my view.